Hi, I'm Amber at Amber Plays Sims on most platforms, and this is the first time having my face on this channel, so this feels kind of weird. I've not figured out my setup yet, so I've just sat on my bed with my iPad at this unflattering angle to film me. So we'll just see how it goes and make adjustments for the next video if this doesn't work. So really quick, before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by me. I have a small business. I started it in January 2020, and here is one of the necklaces I currently have for sale. It's avocado toast. I sell candles and jewellery, and you can check that out at brattybat.com. So let's get right into the speed build. So today we're building a Hobbit house. I've never seen Lord of the Rings, so it's not like based on an actual Hobbit house, it's just my interpretation, I suppose, of a Hobbit house. If you notice me keep looking over here, that's because I'm watching the speed build to narrate along. It's on another screen. So yeah, it took a while to figure out like how I wanted to work with like building it into a hill, because Sims 4 terrain tools, I'm still not used to them because they didn't come with the like initial release of the game, so then I just sort of never used them. But here you can see me kind of gradually figuring out what I'm doing, and like, so I tried with like raising a basement up through the hill. That did not work. I quickly just went off of that idea completely. And then I tried like using a roof and blending that into the slope of the hill. That kind of worked. I'm still not completely happy with it. I think it's so difficult though in Sims 4 to blend stuff in with the landscape perfectly. It's because it's a very cartoony game as well, so it just never looks quite right. But I did the best I could, and I think it looks cute. And so yeah, you can see I added this little back piece of the roof, and I think that absolutely helped it kind of bring the whole thing on like a little bit of a slope into the hill. And then I started gradually just covering the whole thing in plants, and that definitely makes it a bit more seamless into the hill. Yeah, but it's just kind of hard to build a house into a hill because you can't actually have the house underneath some dirt, like underneath a piece of earth. You can't do that in The Sims, so it made it kind of difficult to actually do this concept. I've seen other people do it in a similar way to how I did it today, so it definitely seems to be the general way people try and do this sort of build, and I think it does turn out really cute, as I've said already. So as you can see, I used one of the new, it's not even that new anymore, is it? But one of the new cottage living doors. I'm obsessed with all of the doors in that. I think they're just so like fairy tale and cute looking. I think they're just adorable. And then I'm just gonna spend a while putting plants everywhere because I had to add a lot of plants all around the place, and because of the hill, it kept pushing things up and it wouldn't let me use the 0 key to bring them back down. Yeah, the 0 key to bring them back down again. It was being just so glitchy and annoying. It feels very strange having my face in a video for the first time. Like this is different. This is new, and I'm not sure what I think about it yet. I have got like a space I want to record videos in, like a setup, but I've got like 5 different art projects on my desk at the moment, and it's just so much of a hassle to clean my desk up when there's like open paint and stuff like everywhere. So I'll just record over here for today. And so now you can see I'm decorating around the front door, again with cottage living. I love this little, I don't even know what you'd call it, but little mini roof that goes above your door, like a patio roof. I don't know, there's probably a word for it. Like entryway roof. I don't know. Anyways, I think it looks absolutely adorable, the little thatched roof look to it. I think it's really cute. And I went for these mismatched windows because I thought it was like very Hobbit housey to have everything kind of wooden and handmade and mismatching. I thought it added to the look, and I thought it was really cute. Now I was just moving some plants because they were clipping through the walls and just didn't look good. And I add a basement. Here we go, that's what I'm doing right now. I added a basement, and I made the basement a bit too big. It's not as cozy as I'd like it to have been, but I tried to kind of keep the basement under the footprint of the original house shape. But it was just difficult work. I don't know why, but the shape of the house just did not want to work with what I was trying to go for. It was just just being difficult. And so here you can see I put this little wreath on the door, and I thought that was adorable. I thought that looked so cute. I love placing things on the door in Sims because it just, I don't know, it's just like a nice fun way to customize stuff. I think it's quite realistic to hang a little something on the door. Like my door has like handbags hanging on it. I think it's very realistic, and I think we only have one door with stuff hanging on it in The Sims 4. I think it's Parenthood 1, I think. Anyways, and then here I'm cluttering up the living space. I put this like fishing stuff on the wall, I suppose that's what it is, and later I add in a pond, so I guess that kind of ties together like why they've got all this fishing stuff. Maybe they fish for their food, you know, like natural living from the earth. And this like church pew looking thing, obsessed with it. Some people say like, oh, why is this in the game? This is not realistic for like gameplay. I'm never going to use this. I use it all the time. I think it's so fun. If I could have a church pew as furniture in my house, and I'm not religious at all, if I could have a church pew style piece of furniture in my house one day, like, amazing. I love it. As you can slightly see, I love sort of like dark wood, old looking furniture. I think it's gorgeous. I added like one of those fur looking rugs, and in my mind they're like living off the earth, living off the land, and so that would be like real fur. I know. Like, but you know, realistically they're just doing it for survival. It's not for aesthetics, it's just to keep warm, so it's not as bad. And so, yep, adding in some lighting. I loved how this light looked in the room, just like the really orangey, ambery coloured light. I think it's very candlelit looking, you know, very, not like bright white LEDs, like very old and cozy. I just think it looks nice. And then I tried to add a chimney on the roof because I put a fireplace inside the build. I think it looks alright, but it's probably a fire hazard given how many plants are up there, and the roof is like made of grass. I don't know. Grass burns, right? I don't know. So now we're working on the basement, and I chose this like wooden handmade looking bed for the parents' bedroom, and then for the kids' room, I love what I did with that. I think it looks so fun. So there's 2 children in this house, and I put a little platform raised area so that it separates the 2 kids, like they have their own space. And I think, because I can't cope with the idea of having like growing up with my own bedroom, the idea of having to grow up sharing a bedroom, sharing a space, ugh, that would be so stressful. I love having my own space, and so I like when I have to put, or when I decide to put 2 Sims in one bedroom, I like giving them separation of space. I think that's just something quite nice to do in builds. And so I put in a guitar, so I guess they'd have to be a teenager in this room because child Sims can't use the guitar, but it's just decoration, you know, it's just for fun. And I have not actually play tested this build, but I am 99% sure everything will work fine. And I kept the walls all just like exposed stone because I thought it's kind of like cavey vibes, you know, cave sort of looking. They just dug underground, found a cave or carved out a cave shape, or like they just built it out of stone, and realistically they wouldn't like plaster over it. I say realistically, like hobbits are real people, but you know what I mean, like realistically this like living off the land family wouldn't have plastered and painted the walls. So I liked having the stone. I just wish it was more 3D textured. I think it looks really flat when you get up close to it, and I get that because my laptop hardly runs Sims 4 as it is, and if they'd 3D textured the wallpaper, like, she would just burn. But still, I think it would look nice. It's just, you know, nitpicky ideas. This bathtub, this like bronze coloured bathtub, like rose goldy, I love it. I love it so much. I think it's so pretty. And then I move objects, placed a few candles about, even one on top of the back of the toilet cistern. I think that looks realistic to, like, you know, light up the space. I'd put some candles everywhere because their lighting's not very good. And now we're working on the outdoor space. I love that carved log bench. There's one just like that in the park near my house, and I think looks just so nice. Horrible to sit on. Like, it's always damp because I live in England, very rainy, so just these just always like soggy and you can't sit on it. But it looks really cute. So I added a little farm, like a non-functional farm. I know cottage living, I could have added a functional farm. This is just for the aesthetics. So added a little farm so they can have, in theory, you know, their fruits and veg, they grow and they live off the land, like I keep saying. And I just think it looks really nice, and I was trying to kind of fill out the space. And I didn't know what to do other than just adding like trees and stuff. But the surrounding area isn't very treey, isn't very densely packed with trees. So, yep, and then you can see me going in to add a pond in a minute, I think. Yeah. Still getting used to the pond tool. It's very different to how it worked in Sims 3. So still getting used to that, plus it's very new to the game in general. So everyone's kind of still getting used to it, you know, but I think I like how it turned out. I don't know, it's hard to envision a pond and then make it in The Sims 4. I'm still not quite used to how to use that tool. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cute. It looks nice. It looks like a fun place to hang out. And I put one of those flat log benches in there near the pond. I think that looks adorable. Adding a little bit more, I was going to say landscaping, floor texture? I've forgotten the word. You know, floor painting. And then I put in some ducks and things in the pond, which obviously in build mode looks terrible. It's just a little square with a picture of a duck on it. But when you actually go into live mode, which I said in my last video, I pronounced as live mode for so long. When you go into live mode, it's just a bunch of ducks, and it looks really cute. And so I made a little fire pit area, outdoor cooking. I thought that was really fun, with some little outdoor lights that they're so like aesthetically pleasing, fairy looking, like they'd just be in a forest. I thought they were just really cute. And then I'm just kind of finishing off with finishing touches on the build. I added a bike, because I kind of assumed they wouldn't have a car. There's no roads connecting to this lot anyway, so they couldn't really have a car. Like, where would you take it? And now I was trying to kind of like flatten out the lot and make sure the edges were flattened. I kind of gave up on that. And I'm pretty sure we are now going into the tour of the build. So we're just going for a little overview of the build. You can see how I connected it into the hill. I think it looks good. I think it looks alright. I think it looks alright. And then around the back of the build, behind the hill, which in theory they'd be living inside of, the little pond and the campfire area. And you can see now in live mode the way that the ducks just create, you know, they just swim about. And I think that looks cute. And that little random bit of, you can just see on the left there, that little random falling apart wall. I just thought that looked nice, like a little bit of ruins, like there's some history to the place, I don't know. And so here's the front door with the wreath on it. And then there's the inside, the kitchen. It looks so cute. I put quite a bit of detail in like the different cupboards and different things on the walls. It was being jumpy and glitchy because the way it's built into the hill. But I tried my best to show you what it looks like. And then I've got the little dining area with mismatched chairs because, like I said before, I think the handmade mismatched looking stuff, I think it's just cute. And then a little sitting area, not centered around a TV though. Crazy, they don't have a TV. So it's just kind of an area to chat, I guess, to hang out. Yeah, I think it looks nice. I think as much as there's not that much of a colour scheme, all the wood tones I did choose kind of go together nicely. The bathroom, super simple. There's not even a mirror in there, just bath, and then I put some towels down, but bath, toilet, sink, candles. And the bedroom, the children's bedroom, I put a little crochet kit in there as well. I thought that kind of goes with it, you know, hand making stuff. They could decorate the walls with it. I thought that'd be really cute. And the way the room is separated, I think it's just really, really fun, really nice. And also, I keep calling it a kid's room. I think it would be a teen room because there's no toys in there. And there's a guitar in there and like a painting thing. It seems more geared towards teens. And then the parents' room, which I put a column in, and I think realistic, you know, just having a column in the middle of the room. Structure, I guess. I think it's kind of realistic and fun. And then here's some nicer sort of videos touring around the place now that you've got an idea of how everything goes together. And again, I'm still getting used to everything, and I've just noticed that one of the plants is floating in my build. That's not good. It's just floating off the edge of the hill. But I'm still getting used to everything and how to like film videos and how to best put them together and everything. So if you've got tips, without being mean, if you've got nice advice, that would be great. If you're just gonna say negative stuff like you did this wrong, you did this wrong, I want advice. I don't want people to just tell me what I did wrong. So yep, having a little look around the kitchen now. I so wish we could paint ceilings, interior ceilings. It would just change builds so much, because like that's such a like dramatic thing to be able to change the color of your ceiling, change the way I build like so much, especially with something that's kind of cave-like. To be able to just paste that wallpaper onto the ceiling and have that, it would just look so much better, especially when you've got roofs and you've got like open, no ceiling, just straight to the roof. To be able to paint the inside of that as well, I think that would be really cool, because you can already use certain roof textures that carry through to the inside, but not all of them do, and then they just look plain white and it looks kind of dull. I think we're kind of finishing up a little bit on these little videos. We've still got 1 minute to go. I have to jabber on for another minute. So I know I said in my last video that the next video would be one of the council estate builds. However, I'm having issues with editing that together because I have 25 hours of footage and my laptop is like, no, we can't handle editing that all at once. And so I could probably edit it down into like 5 parts, and that is outrageous. That is ridiculous. I don't want to have to make a 5-part series for one build. I know some people do that, even like some big Sims YouTubers do that sometimes. I never watch those. I think I just can't be asked to invest all of that time into watching one build. I just don't care that much. I don't have the attention span to watch a build for that long. And so I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out what to do with it. But it might end up being played at a really high speed for the speed build, or it might end up that it's in maybe 2 or 3 parts, which was never what I aimed to do with that build, but it's just the way it is. It's just, my laptop won't let me edit it all down into one, and even if I could, it would be such a long video. It would be like, I can't maths right now. It would be long. It would be a long video. So I'm going to start wrapping up the video now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked my face being in the video for the first time. It was weird for me. Probably weird seeing my face, I suppose. But hopefully I'll be able to have my face in more videos, and I'll be able to do some like let's build stuff where I'm live building as I talk through what I'm doing while I build it, you know? But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing, that would be really cool. And like the video, maybe leave a nice comment if you wanna, and that's it really. I will try to remember to put this up on the gallery if I haven't already, because people asked about that on my last build and I hadn't remembered to put it on the gallery. And that's it, I suppose. Thank you for watching. Bye!